that they can steal. They just have to make sure it's their own. And I don't know how to talk about that because I don't know how to talk about plagiarism, but you're a teacher, so that's, think about it. I don't know how you do that. But just remind them that, like, I would steal from, the thing I would steal from this, everything I see or hear or read, I usually take something that I'm like, oh, that's really interesting to me. And while I'm on this topic, high school kids are really worldly now to me. They seem really smart and worldly. They love to complain and criticize things. I would encourage them, if they see something that they hate, instead of talking about how much they hate it, ask them to talk about how they would improve it. So if you go to see a play in your town, one of the complicated ways people go through life. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, are they like
in fear?
States of being. Like, fearful. Let's do fearful. You know, it could be like hope, fear, grief, confusion. Like, you know, like complicated, enlightened. Yeah, all those states of being. I don't know what you call them. But anyway, so now we're just gonna write a monologue. You're gonna give your kids no time. I'm giving you 5 minutes to write a monologue. Your name is Billy Bob, you're a carpenter, you're talking to a waitress, it's 7 p.m. on a Sunday, you're in Paris, you've been, I don't know how it fits in, but bobsledding has to fit in, Mars has to be in here somewhere, Elbow has to be in here somewhere, Tiger has to be in here somewhere, ooh, this back. Is that helpful?
Yes.
Mercury has to be in here somewhere, Aloe has to be in here somewhere, a blender has to factor in somewhere, fearful or fear has to be in here somewhere. Immigration has to be discussed. Sadness has to be in there. And it ends with friendship and people coming together. I just do 2 arrows like that for coming together, you know, coming together. Or, 5 minutes. Tell them not to ask you any questions. Just say, do what I asked you to do. It doesn't matter if you use all these. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to know. The whole point is to just do it. So 5 minutes, monologue, and try not to ask me questions. But if you have one that's really pressing, go ahead. All right, go. 5 minutes. Did I do something wrong? Okay, ready? Let's read it with me.
Oh my god.
This is called the repetition exercise.
It's like nicer.
Ready? You brought me a mango.
I thought it might make you smile.
You brought me a mango.
Yes, don't you want it?
You brought me a mango.
You're missing the point of the mango.
You brought me a mango.
Are you serious?
You brought me a mango!
I hate you!
Oh, that's beautiful!
This is a great exercise to do with couples who know each other.
Please don't.
Why?
Stop talking.
Okay.
You're still talking.
Yeah, so?
Shut up!
You're cute when you're mad.
No, I'm not!
So this is called just the negation exercise. And all I gave Mark a premise, which was I wanted to say he loved her in some way. And then I want her to negate everything he says in some way. It could have been, no, you don't, please don't. But it's all so that one person is negative, negative, negative. And it makes the other person fight to express themselves. These are great exercises to do when you're late in the process too, if you're having trouble with a character. Like you could make this person, make the other person fight for something who you don't know. You know what I mean? Because like you know one character in your play, but then the other character, whenever they talk, you're like, ooh, I don't really know how they talk, so I'll just ignore them. And then you finish your play and you're like, that character's terrible. And so you have to figure out, you have to spend time with them. Great exercise your day was. Like just give them a topic, say, start writing about how your day was. That's the first line. Go ahead. And this first sentence should be like an extended thing. Can you keep going?
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Nonsense.
They're gonna love that one.
Push him out. Carry him.
No BB's here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, that's it. You are. You ready?
Okay.
Start.
I feel like my head is gonna explode this morning. Sucks. Colorado is the
Okay, I really don't want to hear about your sad stories right now.
Really? Because I hear yours.
I really don't want to talk to you right now.
I'll tell you what I don't want to hear.
I told you to stop talking.
Why don't you just go away?
You go away.
Go cry to your mom.
I don't cry. You're the one who cries about your sad story.
You're a baby.
List all the characters in Fortnite. List
Okay.
all the events that happen in Fortnite. All the locations, all the weapons. Make them explain it to someone who does not understand it. So make them create like what Fortnite is. And then maybe you could help them tell a story through Fortnite.
What is it? I don't know.
Fortnite's a game with all...
It's a game with dances. All I know is that there's dances.
Yeah. All the kids play it right now.
Yeah, it's like that's all they can talk about.
I would just learn it because it's going to be it's been zombies and apocalypse, and now it's going to turn into Fortnite. Everybody.
There's dances, like because my kids are always doing these.
It's a battle royale.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing
the
that.
floss.
That floss comes from that. The
floss
kids,
comes
they
from
all
that,
know
yeah.
all the dances. Yeah.
High school.
So that's what I want to say.
Elementary.
They're always going to want to write about zombies, and they're going to want. Another thing is, if they want to write about zombies, then they have to figure out how the special effects are going to work. You can't. They have responsibility. Make them figure out if there's going to be a bloodbath. How are we going to do that? We can't have blood on our stage because we're just not allowed to. Or how are we going to make the blood and afford to make the blood? Are we going to use cloth to make the blood? Like, make them solve the problem theatrically so that they don't, and then I want everybody on stage to be dead. That's easy. Everybody dies. But like, I don't know, think of things that they want to do that are impossible and ask them to think about how to make it possible in the confines of space that you're doing your play in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Um,
So they could make cards for Fortnite, and then you could be writing based on those cards.
yes,
Okay.
that would be great. Just so that they don't understand how to let people into their stories. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're teachers, so you can tell when people don't understand. Not everybody has that gift. I'm like, you know, like when my dad explains something, he has no idea when I can't tell him what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas I can tell
Yes.
immediately when he has no idea what I'm talking about. But does not have that capacity. And when I say I don't understand, he'll be like confused and play as effectively as they can in a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have anybody? Yeah.
So do you set deadlines for